Just 7.
We're live.
Well, thank you all for being with us today, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We are Congregation L'Dor Va-Dor. We are coming to you virtually today. I'm coming from the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, and Sharon is coming from Virginia in the mountains there. We are so incredibly happy to be here and be with you, building the Judaism of tomorrow today. I am Cantor Carol Garrett. This is Sharon Vigna, and welcome to all of you. We offer a rational and relevant approach to Judaism, working to unite all people and all Jewish denominations in harmony. We call it inspirational Judaism, or as our late rabbi called it, Rabbi Silver, cosmic Judaism. We're glad to give you tonight, hopefully, some uplifting prayers, some uplifting music, spiritual engagement. We love being Jewish, and we are so proud of our heritage. And Shabbat Shalom. Please join us in Kol Hanshama. You'll sing behind your screen, and I'll sing on this side. Kol Hanshama, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Kol Hanshama, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. I'd like to introduce to you our honoree for lighting the candles today, which is Sharon Leibovic. Take it away, Sharon.
I will. Thank you very much, Cantor Carol. And I'm here in beautiful Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and in the top of the mountain, and I'm going to light the candles tonight. So Shabbat is an evolving tradition that can be used as a blueprint for navigating our world. Shabbat teaches us lessons about time, rest, and recuperation that were not only useful to our ancestors, but continue to provide us with guidance in our modern context. Each week, the lighting of the Sabbath candles creates the atmosphere for the holiday that is about to begin. So let us begin today's Shabbat with the lighting of our Sabbath candles and begin this day of rest and peace for us all.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. If you'd like to light candles yourselves, this is the time to do it. And we thank you very much for participating with us tonight. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thank you, Sharon. And I'd like to now introduce Suzanne Bernstein, who is going to do the Kiddush honor for us. Both Suzanne and Sharon are members of our temple and so very involved and do so much for us. And we're just so glad to have you here tonight, Suzanne, taking time out to be with us.
Thank you, Cantor Carol. Kiddush is a prayer expressing the sanctity of the day. The word Kiddush and other similar Hebrew words, such as Kiddush, mean holy. The blessing expresses joy for the gift of Shabbat, the day of rest, and in honor of creation. We therefore raise up the cup of sweet wine and recite the words of the Kiddush for this Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen. And l'chaim.
And Shabbat Shalom.
And Shabbat Shalom. We now would like to honor those that have July birthdays and anniversaries. I wanted to first mention my grandson, my oldest grandson, Garrett, who turned 18 today, Garrett Fredrickson. Sandon Shevlin, Donna Field, Saul Herbst, Suzanne Bernstein, Ellen Salkin, Barbara Shankup, Alan Leibovic, Olive Perez. And then July anniversaries are Nadine and Saul Herbst, and Anne and Michael Herman. And we'd like to sing to them Siman Tov. So please join. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Yehelanu. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Yehelanu. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Yehelanu. The next song that we're going to do was one of Rabbi Barry's favorites. In fact, he wrote the English words to this. It was written by Leonard Cohen and Leonard Bernstein actually initially, but then Cantor Magda Fishman put in some Hebrew words. And this really talks about us being blessed to have the sky over our earth and being able to live here. It's such a miracle. So it goes like this. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom L'Shalom L'Hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. You shelter us beneath ozone, oh Adonai, through miracles that now are known. You protect earth and sky to keep us safe throughout the night. Earth's heavenly atmosphere blocks cosmic rays, but lets in light, so light can thrive down here. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom L'Shalom L'Hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. This earthly plane and all the universe is your domain. Life you maintain, as science does explain the miracles of nature's laws, create life and sustain. Amen. 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 We now begin to welcome the prayers of Shabbat and some more traditional prayers. Please join in the responsive reading. Where you see bold words on your side of the screen, please read boldly. We have gathered here this Shabbat to worship and reflect upon the meaning of our lives and to rediscover that wise purpose without which our ancestors believed no one can live.
Shabbat is a day of freedom and peace, a celebration of life and creation. It is the end of the week and its beginning.
It is the moment of pause, the refilling of the empty vessel, the renewing of the spirit. It is time to rest, rejuvenate, and to reflect upon the universality of life and the common goals of all humanity.
Shabbat is the celebration of the family. It brings us together not as islands unto ourselves, but as family, a community, a nation.
From this family, values are born, love is created, and charity is endowed with meaning. This is the reason we have gathered together this evening, both family and friends.
To worship, celebrate, and share the gifts of this Shabbat, day of wonder, day of peace.
Amen. And we now hear the Borei Yom V'Laila, which is the prayer of the night becoming day and the day becoming night. Borei Yom V'Laila, Golei Lord Mipnei Choshech. Borei Yom V'Laila, V'Choshech Mipnei Or. Borei Yom V'Laila, Golei Lord Mipnei Choshech. Borei Yom V'Laila, V'Choshech Mipnei Or. We now begin with what we call the Amidah, the beginning of the standing prayers. And if you're able and you would like to stand for the Baruch Hu, let me see if I can. Now you can see me? Okay, there we go. And join in the Baruch Hu. Yadai, 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 Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. If you'd like to remain standing for the Shema, the watchwords of our faith, and the words that we say when we are born and when we pass away and when we are converted. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. And if you'd like to join in the Ve'ahavta, our love for our world and our spirit. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'ham v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvletecha v'derech u'shokbecha uvekumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot b'neinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim leyot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. We now come to the Micha Mocha, who is like you, God, the words that Miriam uttered when she got to the other side of the Red Sea, when they had gotten out of Egypt. She got to the other side and said, who is like you? Micha Mocha Adonai ve'alim. So please join in that. Micha Mocha ve'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nehedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh, Nora tehilot osef eleh. And we do the evening one. Malkutecha ra'u vanecha bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe zelianu v'yameru Adonai lo leolam va'ed. So now we come to the Avot V'Imahot, which is the prayer about our foremothers and our forefathers. We name the names of the patriarchs and the matriarchs. We used to only name the names of the patriarchs, and somewhere in the 1950s, or maybe even until the 70s, it wasn't changed in many temples. Each line of the prayer naming our ancestors says the God of Abraham, Jacob, Sarah, Isaac. So in naming them, we hope to merit the same loving, redemptive relationship with God. It is said that prayer cannot fight a battle or fix the brokenness of the world, but prayer can mend a broken heart, be the current of flow that immerses us in the water of divinity and allows us to plug in to the divine current. Please join in the Avot V'Imahot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'etzrat Sarah. Atah Givor Leolam Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol Atav Rav Lehoshia, Mechachel Chaim V'Chesed, Mechayeh Hakol V'Rachavim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך מביד ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך הכל. אתה קדוש לשמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. As you saw that Sharon stood, if it's your custom to stand during any of these prayers, please feel free to do so. With the guitar in my hand, it's hard to maneuver the computer screen up and down. So please feel free if it's your custom to stand. The next song is a beautiful song written by Chava Morel. She's one of the new songwriters on the scene these days in Jewish music. And this song is called Blessed Love, so please enjoy. If you know it on your side of the screen, please sing along. Love, blessed love, holy love, sacred love, abundant love, oh source of love, let your love shine down on me. From below, from above, love I hope I'm worthy of, oh source of love, let your love shine down on me. For the morning light, I already feel it shining. Before I open up my eyes, I already see it shining. When my road is rough, I can feel your love, and that's enough for me. Blessed love, holy love, sacred love, abundant love, oh source of love, let your love shine down on me. As above, so below, love for whom all blessings flow, a source of love, let your love shine down on me. On me, and the ones I love shine from below and from above. Protect my family and be the light in me. Shine the light, and the ones I love shine from below and from above. Protect my family and shine your light through me. Be a light in me. Be a light in me. Love, love. And with that thought of love and our family, I invite you to take a few moments of silent meditation to think about whatever you would like. But if it's family and love, that's certainly something that I could get behind. So please take a few moments for silence.
We have those on our healing list, and we wish them all a full recovery to good health, a refuah shalema. Bert Aronoff, Michelle Bernstein, Rita Elias, Hilda Epstein, Michelle Eric, Wendy Frank, Laura Gallagher, Margie Goldman Spaderna, Nadine Herbst, Shelley Horowitz, Iris Jacob, Elizabeth Coburn, Emma Coburn, Celia Cohen, Samantha Cohn Bartleman, David Cutlier, Linda Kupperman, Priscilla Lowenthal, Sylvia Marshall, Penny Martin, Lori Messinger, Melissa Swanson Musel, Dr. Suder Nair, Alfred Paritsky, Rachel Para, Laura Perlman Devens, Laurie Pomerantz, Vivian Cronin, Herbert Raphael, Michael Robbins, Linda Rock, Camille Rosaro, Bernie Rosen, Laura Santa Cruz, Miriam Sivak, Jacob Feiner, Naomi Volan, Mark Wheatley, Charles Wood, all the people throughout the world that are suffering, especially those in Israel, Gaza, Ukraine. We send our most healing and get well wishes to them for a complete recovery. If there's any out there in virtual reality time, you can put your names that you have your thoughts into the chat window, or just say them behind your muted windows. And we'll all wish them a refuah shalema as well.
Thank you, Sharon. Beautifully said. And please join me in the Misha Berach prayer, the one written by Debbie Friedman. Misha Berach Avotinu Kor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotinu Kur HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So we now are coming into our Torah service. The Torah service, the parsha tonight is Chukat, and that basically means decree. And I believe we're first going to hear from Rabbi. Before that, we have a responsive reading. So please join in the responsive reading. Wherever we live, it is probably Egypt.
There really is a better place, a promised land, and there really is a promised time.
And there is no way to get from here to there, from now to then, except by joining together and marching, and sometimes stumbling through the wilderness, watching.
This time, not for signs and wonders, but for an opportunity to act. This is adapted from Michael Waltzer's Exodus Revolution.
Thank you. And so with that in mind, the Exodus, we ask for peace. We've talked about Ukraine and Gaza and all the places that people are still fighting, but maybe even in your own homes, maybe even in your own heart. Certainly our political system is in terrible fight. So please let's join in an idea of peace. Od Yavo. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. Shalom or Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol HaOlam. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Aleinu Ve'al Kol HaOlam. Shalom, Shalom. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. Peace will come upon us yet, and I do believe that is possible. Amen. So now the blessing, please, before the Torah. I think we're going to hear a little bit from our beloved late Rabbi Barry Silver reading the Torah, but before that we will say the Torah blessing. So I'm going to rise for that, and please join me. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Our Torah reading this Shabbat is from a Sedra called Chukat. Once again, the people are grumbling to Moses. V'lo haya mayim le'edat v'yikahelu al Moshe v'al Aharon. The people had no water. And so they were complaining once again to Moses and Aaron. V'yariv ha'am im Moshe v'yomru. And they complained to Moses as follows. If only we had been fortunate like our brothers before us to have died before we got to this God-forsaken place. Why did you take us to this horrible place in this wilderness in order to die there? Not only us, but also our cattle. Their cattle was so important that even their death was almost not even as important as the fact that their cattle were going to die as well. Why did you have to bring us out of Egypt in order to take us to this miserable, horrible place? Lo makom zera. V'tana, v'gefen, v'rimon, v'mayim en lishtot. There's no fruits, there's no seeds, there's no wine, there's no pomegranate, and we don't even have water to drink. V'yovo Moshe v'Aharon mipnei hakahal el petach ohel. Moses and Aaron came before the congregation at this tent of meeting. V'yiflu al pnehem. And they fell upon their faces. And just then, the presence of God seemed to appear to them. And God said to Moses, follows Kach et hamiteh v'hakahal et ha'edah ata v'Aharon achecha. And he said to them, take your staff and gather the people together, you and Aaron your brother. V'tibaltem el hasela le'enehem, and speak to the rock before their eyes. V'natan memav, and it shall give forth its water. V'hotzeta lahem mayim min hasela, and you will be able to draw forth water from the rock. V'yishkit et ha'edah, in order to give drink to the congregation, ve'et bi'ram, and to their cattle. V'yikach Moshe et miteh milifnei Adonai ka'asher tzivehu, and he took his staff and appeared before the people of Israel as God had commanded. V'kehulu Moshe v'Aaron et ha'kahal al pnei hasela, and Moses and Aaron gathered the people at the front of this huge rock. Vayomer lehem shim'una, and Moses said to them uncharacteristically, apparently at this time he got frustrated and he was uncharacteristically angry at them, which usually doesn't happen. Vayachem Moshe et yado vayach et hasela, and he said to the people, he said, okay, you rabble-rousers, you malcontents, now watch what's going to happen. You want me to get water out of this rock? Okay, I will do it. And he struck the rock, b'matehu, with his staff, pa'amayim, twice, v'yitz'u mayim rabim, and great quantities of water came gushing forth, v'teshet ha'edah u'v'eram, in order to provide drink for the people and for their cattle.
Amen. Please join me in the prayer after the reading. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, natan manu Torah emet, v'chayei olad atah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
So if you don't know, most parshas really are about 5 different sections. So he read maybe 2 of the 5 sections, but several things happened during this parsha. Firstly, we got 3 different categories of commandments, and they're distinguished here. One is the eidos, which is testimonials like past events, Shabbat, or Passover. The next is number 2, the mishpatim, which are laws or moral dictates. Don't steal, honor your parents. And then now we get the chukim, which are the decrees by God, or just do it, like Nike says, right? First, there is the instruction about the red heifer, whose ashes are supposed to purify those exposed to a dead corpse. So you're supposed to take the ashes of the red heifer and use that to purify yourself. Then Miriam dies, which is why there's no water, and the wells dry up because she's the water bearer. And then Moses hits the rock instead of speaking to it, which God had asked. And although the water does come forth, he is told now that he cannot enter the promised land. We left chapter 19. It was 38 years in the desert. And now we're chapter 20. There's 40 years that they've been in the desert. So we lost 2 years somewhere. And then Aaron dies and is succeeded by his son Eleazar. So 40 years were about the lifespan for this time period in the Torah, but these people are much, much older than that. So, somebody dying at this point is not unusual. Next, venomous snakes attack the Israelites because of their complaining and discontent. And when Moses seeks God again on their behalf, he is told to put a brass serpent on a high pole, and all that were bitten will be healed. Finally, the Jews must walk through the Amorite land, so they beseech 2 of the Amorite kings for safe passage, and when they are refused, they go into battle, and they win again. And you have to think, these Israelites walking through the desert for 40 years win all these battles. So there's something really significant and special about either their battling ability or just their belief system, which we are part of, and that's why we, for so many years, have continued this belief system, because it's so strong and so powerful. So what can we get from all of this? Moses, after all he has done, he strikes the rock that Aaron was asked to do back in Egypt to get water. And because he didn't follow God's instructions, he's banished from continuing on with his people. This makes me think about when we parents, when our kids are young, must set boundaries for them. Hopefully not by striking them, but by being firm and standing by our values. So many parents have difficulty setting boundaries and saying no, But it really is exactly what our young people need and crave. They need to be protected and watched over. And although they may want a bunch of stuff or not want it, as the case may be, it's up to us to know what's good for them and set limits and consequences if those rules are not followed. One of my children said to me, "Mom, why didn't you make me continue in gymnastics? I was really good at it." I told her that she kept complaining all the time and saying that she didn't want to go. So she asked me, "Well, why did you listen to me?" Right? So why did you listen to me? Well, every time I wanted to put her in the car, she complained, right? So why did you listen to me, Mom? Right? We are wiser and we can provide choices when they are young, but choices that we initially can choose. Ultimately, is expected that we can make the best decisions for them as parents. Now, when they get older, we can't just tell them anymore. We must assume at age 12 that they begin to have some autonomy, and by 17 or 18, hopefully have some maturity, having been given enough information and life lessons. We can now speak to them rather than tell them. This is the best way to gain their agreement and understanding. So Moses hits the rock, and God says, or the idea is, "It's been 40 years, and at this point, Moses, you should have some maturity about what I've taught you, and speak to the rock." It would have made a bigger impact, not only for you, Moses, but for your people. Witnessing this miracle of water springing from a rock when it is hit shows that Moses created the water. But speaking to the rock, or maybe would have made the eyes glisten of the Israelites with wonder and awe, and really would have highlighted this miracle for them. The second thing that was notable to me about this whole parsha was that when Aaron dies, all of the Israelites mourn. Aaron was a peacemaker, and he helped families get along, showing them love and compassion directly. When Moses dies, only the men mourn his passing. Moses, who saved the people, prayed for them, bargained with God on their behalf, forgave Miriam and asked for her healing, set standards, gave his whole life, and only the men mourned. So a street vendor selling pretzels sees this young lawyer every day as he comes out of his office. He puts down 2 quarters on her table, but only that. He doesn't take a pretzel. This goes on every day for several years. Sometimes they nod or their eyes meet, but never a word. Several years go by, and one day as the lawyer lays down his 2 quarters, the old woman touches him on the shoulder. "You have been my best customer for 10 years, and you come every day. I just wanted you to know that the price of pretzels has gone up to 75 cents. This tells me that no matter how great you are, what great you do, you can't count on everyone understanding or getting it. And you never stop being a parent. Your kids will have many friends, but only one set of parents. So they may not praise you for it. There is this prayer, not just the one that I say every day, which is, how can I better serve the world today? But this one attributed to St. Teresa, although it was actually written by Kent Keith in 1968. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people will accuse you of selfish motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough for some. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it is between you and your God, or you and yourself. It was never between them anyway. Shabbat Shalom. We are now going to sing Jerusalem of Gold, a beautiful piece written by Naomi Shimmer. Avir harim zalukayai vere hachorani Isaberu achabayim ובתמנה אילן ואבן, שבועי בחומה. העיר אשר בדד יושבת, וכל עמה חומה. Yerushalayim, y'all stand in silence upon the hills of time to hear the voices of the city as bells evening chime. The shofar sounding from the temple to call the world to prayer. The shepherd pauses in the valley and peace is everywhere. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, forever young, forever old. My heart will sing your song of glory, Jerusalem, 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 forever young, forever old. My heart will sing this song of glory, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Time shall zahav, v'shel nechoshet, v'shelor, alor lecha, shirai ani ki no. So I wrote this song. I've been kind of writing it as I've gone. So you have a couple parts to sing in it from behind your screen. So first of all, bum, 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 bum. That's what you're going to do, part of it. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing coming on. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing down in my soul. I feel a blessing Adonai. I'm so thankful for my life. All right, so I'm going to change the key, but you got the idea. So your part is bum, 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 bum. And if you get the words, sing along with me. I feel bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing coming on. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing down in my soul. I feel a blessing Adonai. I'm so thankful for my life. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing coming on. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing of shalom. I feel a blessing. Thank you, Adonai. I'm so thankful for my life. Now here you echo me. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my health. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for all love. I'm thankful for kindness. I'm thankful for the truth. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for the earth. I'm thankful for sunshine. I'm thankful for the water. I'm so thankful. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing coming on. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing down in my soul. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing Adonai. I'm so thankful for my life. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing coming on. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing of shalom. Bum, 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 bum. I feel a blessing. Thank you, Adonai. I'm so thankful for my life. And you can say what you're thankful for. So maybe take a minute and type in what you're thankful for, or just speak it out loud behind your screen. What are you thankful for? So many things. I was thinking starlight, hope, compassion, connection, inspiration, tradition, routine, even encouragement, energy, being here with all of you and having you here with me. I'm so very thankful. We are now going to begin the Aleinu. We're coming to the close of our service here in a few moments, and the beginning of the closing. So the Aleinu is our standing prayer again, and I'm going to stand for the Aleinu, if you would, and please sing with me. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'tekidula l'yotzir bereshit shalosh sanu koye haratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot hadama shelo sam kelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam ve'anak New Korim, Umishtacharim, Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Maseh Hamlachim, Hakadosh, Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, Lemelech al kol haaretz, Vayom Hahu, Vayom Hahu, Yiyeh Adonai Echad, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. Now we're going to be introducing the Kaddish. The Kaddish is the prayer for those that have been deceased in our midst. And if there are any names on your side of the screen that you'd like to add, you can type them in now, and Sharon is going to share with us the names.
We we bless those who have recently passed. We feel them with love. Marilyn Kress, Richard Sherwin, and our beloved Rabbi Barry Silver. And we remember those whose yahrzeits are this month of July, and we remember those family and friends and loved ones: Kate Abrin, Dr. Leonard Bernstein, Batya Block, Miriam Bronstein Sperber, Sidney Cohen, Gladys DeLeon, Betty Dresler, Lionel C. Epstein, Lois Friedman, Marcia Lecter Friedman, Isabel Gitterman, Friedlander, Arnold Fuchs, Imogene Garrett, Stanley Graff, Judy Herman, Harry Huffman, Francis Hyman, Suzanne Kahn, David Lechter, Esther Leibovitz, Leon Levin, Lon Lichtenberg, Leona Lustig, Ricardo Mendez, Thomas A. Olson, Sadie Perlman, Shirley Robbins, Nettie Sabo, Solomon Sabo, Dr. Karen Sawitz, Harold Ship, Etta Wald, Diana Weber, Rachel Weber, Ann Wilder, Sylvia Windler. And if, as Cantor Carol said, if there are any names you'd like, I see there's some in the chat window, and let me see. Norman Yeshian, Joyce Schildkraut, thank you for those names. Let's see if there's anything else. And Sybil Glasser, thank you. We remember all of those people with love as we rise for the Kaddish. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbah, v'olma divrei kosei, yamlich panfusei, v'chayedachon v'mechon, v'chayed v'chol beit Yisrael, b'gala u'zman kariv yimeru amen. Yehesh me Rabbah mavorach, v'olam ulamei ulamaya, Yisparach v'yistabach v'yisparar v'yisraman v'yisnaseh v'yishadar v'yishale v'yishala shemei dekudesha b'rechu le'elah min kol berchasa v'shirasa tush b'chasa v'nechamasa da'amiron b'olma v'yimeru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru. Amen. May their memories be for blessings, and may we hold in our heart all of those that we love and care for and that have gone before us. Amen. I'd now like to say the
You may be
announcements.
seated.
May be seated. The announcements for L'Dor Va-Dor. We welcome you back live and in person on Friday, July 26th for our celebration of Shabbat with Cantor Carol Garrett, our musician Sandon Shevlin, and our pianist Ruth Nodath. And we look forward to seeing you at 7 p.m. back at the Heritage at Delray, 5859 Heritage Parkway. We'll also do it on virtual. We will not have a service next Friday night, July 19th, so we apologize for that since Carol and I are still on vacation. Touch of Torah with L'Dor Va-Dor will return on Tuesday, July 30th at 7 p.m. That's our Zoom, our virtual program where we show a bit about the Torah reading for the Shabbat upcoming, the beginning of August 3rd Shabbat. So I welcome you to join us together for that. And we are so excited to have our High Holy Day services upcoming at the Movies of Delray again. And this year we welcome Rabbi Aviva Bass and Cantor Carol Garrett leading us on October 2nd and 3rd for Rosh Hashanah and October 11th and 12th for Yom Kippur. Our guest tickets are $100 per person, or if you've rejoined or you're a new member, 2024-25, it's included with your membership. We welcome all to be with us for the High Holy Days this year. We welcome you all. Please support our synagogue, be a part of the L'Dor Va-Dor family, see us on our Facebook page, our Instagram account, our YouTube channel, and our ledorvador.org website, and be a part of L'Dor Va-Dor. We're all family. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you to Cantor Carol for leading our beautiful service tonight. Please stay on for our Zoom and Schmooze so that we can share a little bit together. We look forward to having you all together. And Shabbat Shalom. We wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Beautifully said. And Sharon puts this all together and spends so much time and energy making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, as well as everything's running smoothly in Temple. So Sharon, thank you for all you do. And all the board members that are on tonight, thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for being here and being part of making L'Dor Va-Dor happen and continue. So I want to do the priestly benediction. We heard about it a few parshas ago. Not very long ago in the Torah comes this part, being blessed, the blessing that they would give to kings, the blessing that usually parents give to their children, and the blessing that priests or rabbis or cantors give to people that are getting married, people that are converting, people that are having their bar and bat mitzvah, or to anybody that they want to give a blessing, including their congregation. So Yivarechacha, the whole Spock thing comes from here. This is what they used to do. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'kuneka. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. V'yaseh lecha shalom. And may God grant you not only peace this week, but everlasting peace and good health. Amen. So this last song is kind of fun, written by a friend of mine, Dan Nichols, and it's a bunch of nanas. So I think we sung it once at Temple, but na, na, that's where it's okay. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So sing that with me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 Natan Lanu Hizamnu La Taken Harolam. La 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 na 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 na. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.